Well, this one's actually on time for once. This is Sellavin, and I was getting my latest review of Sailor Moon Crystal Episode 3. Right now, Queen Belle is like getting impatient because right now she wants the legendary silver crystal very badly right now. To the point where she wants to seriously consider her options. For example, two other main villains come into the fold. Nephlite and Zoisite, and Jedi right now is I think he's getting worse. I think he's very close to outliving his usefulness. I mean, remember, this is based, even though it's not the original, we all know it's based on the manga, and soon we will get our answer. And right now, and this episode is really following up on the classic episode. For example, the disappearing demon bus. There's a rumor about buses that leave around 6 p.m. and they take people with them. And this also leads to our main protagonist. They on the bus and they meet this beautiful girl who's like a student at another school. Her name is Ray. She's like a priestess at this temple across the hill, and as a priestess, she prays. Apparently she has this feeling to sense certain evil or certain energies, like a medium or a psychic. But also because of that power, people always had a strong chill about this girl, so she was basically an outcast as a young child. That makes for a very sad story, because she didn't ask to be born with this ability. She just got this ability. And people always treat her as an outcast. However, it's astounded because of that. Now they get the form of friendship, and we got Usagi and Ami. They friendship, and in fact, it was Ami who told Usagi, our main character, Sailor Moon, about how to write child and about who she is. She also, for some reason, Usagi is really toned into her beauty, even though we all know in the original they always butted heads over a dude. But that's just nostalgia talking. And I also, one of my favorite quirks about this episode is it keeps the original in certain points. For example, Ray's child's opinion about fighting and to protect and fighting and giving it all to protect people, and especially when you find out that one of her friends, Mai, who's kind of like a disciple, like always visits the temple, and knows her since he was young, went missing. It's especially hard, especially aggravating that Mai's mother came to her asking for help, even though people thought that she couldn't do anything on her own. This puts Mai in a very difficult. This puts Ray in a very difficult position because, like I said, people treated her as outcast as a child. That makes for a very unique story. But you also I give this episode credit where credit is due. For example, the animation for when they did for example, I'm gonna make this as clear. So the animation for the fire and when she transformed into Sailor Mars, it was pretty beautiful. Flames everywhere, and the 3D motion was completely amazing. The 3D emotion was amazing for the transformation. It was completely beautiful to me. Apparently, and we all get at the point. There's gonna be 3D transformations. Some people say they overshot the 3D. He's saying that it's probably a little unnecessary since it's just a reboot of the original. Remember, this is based on a series that was done in the late 90s. And remember, I said before and I say it again, this is a new spin on an old classic. And you gotta give credit where credit is due. And I give this episode a lot of credit. And you gotta give this a credit, especially for Toho Productions. Like, they're doing their best. And even though it does follow the episode, they're not gonna copy the episode completely. They have a few twists and turns. And then there's the next episode where things are getting progressing. Apparently, there's the Masquerade Ball. And those of you who know about that, and give me a heads up. Can I make this episode as sweet and as short as possible? See this episode for yourself. No, it both has its good points and it has its good points, and I'm not gonna spoil everything for you in this video. I'm talking very fast because I don't want to spoil it for anybody. Hey, give it a watch. Give it a heads up. What's your opinion? I want your honest opinion about this. Hope you enjoyed. That's why in this Sellavin Game Relates review of Sellavin Crystal Episode 3. Hey, so give me a head up, comment, subscribe, give me a like, give me an opinion. Don't care. Put the link down in the description. See for yourself and ask yourself why. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. I'm out.